Hello, my name is Simon Franglen. I'm the composer for the music on AION2, along with Mr. Yang, and I'm very, very pleased to be here. My impression of AION2 when I first got the material was this amazing vista of such a fabulously detailed world, of something that really allowed us to immerse ourselves in the world. And it gave me so much inspiration in terms of the music that I was going to write. It was very easy for me to write music for this because there were so many things that I could look at and say, oh, I'm going to use this or I'm going to use that for inspiration in the themes and in the styles of music that I've created for this. Well, obviously, the theme song to AION1 was extremely popular, so I have a big shoes to fill here. And I wanted to make sure that AION2's theme remembered where we had come from, but took us into somewhere new. I think I have a slightly larger scale in terms of the way that I've approached this. I've taken a more cinematic approach, but I've tried to make sure that we can still hear the memory of AION1 in the main theme that I've written for AION2. You'll hear it in the section in the middle, and I've used it at the beginning, at the end, just so that we remember where we've come from. My experience of working with Mr. Yang has been fabulous. Obviously, he's a superb musician, and it makes life very, very easy when you're dealing with somebody who is so gifted. And we have collaborated on making sure that those points where we interact, where there is both him and me on top of each other, feel like they're unified, that they're coherent. And it's been a joy to work with him. He's a great musician. I always love working with great musicians, and therefore there's been no problem at all. And I hope I have a chance to work with him again in the future. The most important thing was that I brought my character to the music. NCSoft hired me to write music for this, and therefore they asked me to bring some of my character into the score. And I hope I've done that. I think that I hope that I give some cinema scope to this in terms of depth and color changes. I've also tried to give it that sense of place. That AION2 is a new world, and I wanted to make sure that the music I've written incorporates that world and allows us to go on the journey with it as we're playing and as we're going through the world. AION2 is my first game music composition. Obviously, through my career, I've worked on a lot of different styles of music. I've worked in pop, I've worked in film, I've worked in television, and game music provides you with a story to be told, and all music has to involve that story. In cinema, we have that story, but the music is providing such a heartbeat to what you're doing. The dialogue is less important, and therefore we get to play more music. When we do film music, often we're sitting there trying to make sure that you hear every word, and therefore we pull down, and there are those moments when we get a chance to shine as composers, when there isn't dialogue, when there aren't explosions all the time. And for AION2, I've been allowed to write music that is big, that is thematic, and that has depth, and that's been enormously challenging, but also very, very satisfying. I'm here at Air Studios. Air Studios is my home from home. I have a room right above us here. There's my writing room that I keep at Air Studios. I've been here for almost 20 years. It's a fabulous place. As far as I'm concerned, it's the finest recording place in the world, because there is that sense of family and also the sense of the future as well. And obviously the hall where we're recording the orchestra is a superb recording environment, and so many great scores have been recorded here throughout the years, from the first Harry Potter film, all the Batman scores. There are 1,000 famous pieces of music that have been done here, and I'm just very, very glad that we've been able to use this for AION2, and obviously working with the Great Chamber Orchestra of London, who are superb players. I think everybody will notice the quality of the musicianship and the quality of the recording. I think it sounds great, and I'm very, very happy with what we're coming up with. My experience working with NCSoft has been superb. I mean, genuinely fabulous, because I'm always hoping for that sense of collaboration with whoever I'm working for. And one of the things is that I am open to the idea that my collaborators make my music better. And I would send off a demo, and back would come thinking, yeah, well, this is great, but what about if you did this or you did that, or you moved, like, could you add 2 bars here? Could you maybe add a vocal line here? And without exception, all the suggestions that came in from NCSoft made the music better. And for me as a composer, that's great. I'm very open to the idea of allowing change to come from outside. And it's been a joyful experience. I just wanted to say how proud I am of being able to be part of this game. I hope you enjoyed the music that I've written, and I hope it makes the experience of playing in the world of AION2 more exciting, and you feel more and more enjoyable, and have a great time. And in 10 years' time, maybe when I'm coming back and somebody wants me to write the music to AION 3, I hope that I'm able to say this again.